What is up, everybody? T-Off Sports here from Win Daily Sports, and the time has finally come to talk about the Masters for this weekend at Augusta National. The venue doesn't need much of an introduction since it's the most iconic track in the world. Not only is it the only major that takes place on the same course yearly, but the expectations have been pronounced when we dive into this venue from a statistical perspective. Wide open fairways that are nearly 20 yards extended in width on average will present this feel of a course that is a long driver's paradise. However, that particular skill will only take you so far when we look at the massive undulation and multiple tiered perspective of the putting surfaces on all 18 holes. That is one of the reasons the long-term data has generated a 6.5% enhancement when looking into the dispersion of scoring for strokes gained around the green. Now, I don't want to make it sound as if it's a death sentence for success if you struggle with that portion of your game, although you better be elite in other areas if you want to get around a green complex that typically takes multiple showings to get accustomed to its unique layout. Overall, a sharp short game that can scramble and salvage scores with three-putt avoidance on these fiery greens will be at a premium. I do think distance helps since we're discussing an open property extending over 7,400 yards. That will be wet from all the rain in the area over the past little bit. But that criteria set is marginally overvalued in a vacuum situation, in my opinion. I do think you need to be better than, let's say, 40% of the field with that portion of your game if you want to find success. But it's not as if having massive length is the ultimate decider here, which might present a unique situation if we can figure out how to build a model with a small deviation from what the masses are doing. I don't think it would be a major championship without making a pick. That's kind of what everybody wants to hear at the end of the day. So I am going to go with Rory McIlroy finally capturing the career Grand Slam and etching his name in history with his long-awaited triumph here at the track. I tend to think if McIlroy is ever going to capture this title, it's going to come this week. Augusta's playing softer, as I've alluded to previously, than it ever has before because of all the rain. And not only was he the top-ranked golfer in my model when given that setup, but he was also the favorite in my model in every upside iteration of my math. I think it's one of those situations where patience and shopping around will help to land a price on Rory that is worth taking inside of a gambling market here, but my projected win equity did make him the man to beat in this field, which is good enough for me to come on here and say Rory's going to win this tournament. If you would like more answers like that, we hope you consider signing up for our Win Daily Gold membership for as little as $5.99 a week. The entire team is in there to help you make informative decisions, which can be really crucial for a tournament like the Masters. And you can also tune into our PGA DraftCast show every Tuesday at 6 Pacific time, 9 Eastern, if you want to take part in the most interactive golf podcast in the space with David Bieleski, Sia Nejad, Joel Schreck, and myself. As always, to everybody out there, I appreciate you tuning in today as I quickly went over some of my thoughts for this week's Masters, and I will see you guys back here again very shortly.